Today's video is part 2 of Unsolved Cases of 2021. If you didn't catch part 1, go check it out. We're going to start off today with the missing persons case of Kandi Gonzalez.
36-year-old Kandi Gonzalez was last seen in Prestonburg, Kentucky on June 1st, 2021.
She was last seen asking for help after wandering into a backyard about a half a mile away from her home.
On that afternoon, Kandi was thrown out by her boyfriend of 2 years, Jeff Blackburn, from the house they shared together. She then wandered into the backyard of a property on Abbott Creek Road, less than a half a mile from her own home.
She was recorded by someone on the property, pleading for help and asking someone to call her mother. She was visibly distressed and disoriented.
When the calls made to her mother went directly to voicemail, she walked back and forth before eventually running through the backyard and into a creek. Kandi never returned home and was never heard from again. She disappeared without any personal belongings or her cell phone, wearing only a pink one-piece romper and sandals. The next day, Kandi's family filed a missing persons report with the Kentucky State Police Pikeville Post when they couldn't reach her. Kandi's shoes were found by her family in a nearby creek after she disappeared.
Authorities conducted searches in the creek where she was last seen, using helicopters, drones, tracking, and cadaver dogs, but found no signs of Kandi's whereabouts.
Police found no evidence or motive for foul play in her disappearance. The case is still ongoing, but there's currently no promising leads. A $10,000 reward is being offered by Kandi's family for information leading to her whereabouts. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Kandi Green Gonzalez, please contact the Kentucky State Police Pikeville Post 9 at 606-433-7711.
Rebekka Barsotti.
33-year-old Rebekka Barsotti was last seen in Superior, Montana on July 20th, 2021.
She disappeared on the Clark Fork River while hiking with her dog, Cerberus.
On July 20th, Rebekka drove to the Town Pump gas station in Superior around 2:15 p.m. to meet a go-between to get the rest of her property from her ex-husband's home.
She and her ex-husband had a standing order of no contact in place and were legally prohibited from meeting in person.
When the meeting ended, Rebekka drove to Alberton and parked her car at a truck stop and rest area by mile marker 71 on Interstate 90. Afterward, she headed to the Clark Fork River for a hike with her dog, Cerberus. Around 3:15 p.m., a video on her phone showed them on the beach of the river.
Later that day, a family traveling from Oregon called 911 when they found some of Rebekka's personal belongings abandoned on the shore of the Clark Fork River.
Rebekka Barsotti never returned home that day and has never been heard from again. The items recovered on the shore of the Clark Fork River were her cell phone, driver's license, credit card, car keys, a dog leash, and a remote to her dog's e-collar.
On July 26th, her dog's body was found about 10 miles downstream. He appeared to have drowned, and authorities say there was no sign of harm or struggle.
After the dog's remains were found in Missoula County, the sheriff of Mineral County requested the Missoula County Sheriff's Office to take over the investigation. An extensive search of the area was conducted with the help of search and rescue teams, divers, and volunteers from Missoula and Mineral, but turned up no signs of Rebekka. Police found no evidence or motive for foul play in Rebekka's disappearance.
They theorized that Rebekka drowned in the Clark Fork River after jumping in to save her dog.
A $12,000 reward is being offered by her family for information that results in the recovery of Rebekka. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Rebekka Barsotti, please contact the Missoula County Sheriff's Office at 406-258-4810 or the Mineral County Sheriff's Office at 406-822-3555.
Kian McLaughlin.
27-year-old Kian McLaughlin was last seen on June 8, 2021, hiking alone at 2:30 p.m. towards Taggart Lake in Grand Teton National Park.
The trail he is believed to have gone missing from is an 8.3-mile round trip and is described by the National Park Service as strenuous.
Cian didn't show up for work on June 10th and was reported missing late in the evening of June 12th. Security footage shows Cian entering Grand Teton National Park through the Moose entrance station on June 8th at 2:15 p.m. The Teton Interagency Dispatch Center was notified of his disappearance at 7 a.m. on the morning of June 13th.
His vehicle was found later that morning, parked at the Lapine Meadows trailhead, located within Grand Teton National Park.
Authorities traced his phone and found his last cell phone ping was at Teton Park Road near Cottonwood Creek around 3:30 p.m. on June 8th. Even with the help of helicopters and search and rescue dog teams, no clues were turned up as to Cian's whereabouts.
A Wyoming resident came forward a week later, stating that they saw Cian at about 2:30 p.m. on the day he went missing, hiking about a half a mile from the trailhead.
This is the last confirmed sighting of him. Additional searches around Taggart Lake and Bradley Lake were conducted after the new witness came forward, but no clues or evidence concerning Cian's whereabouts were uncovered.
The National Park Service says no new information has been found in Cian's disappearance and continues to appeal for the public's assistance with help in the case, as it remains unsolved.
Cian was wearing a white t-shirt, a pair of unknown colored shorts, a red Apple Watch, wire-rimmed sunglasses with round lenses, a silver necklace, and a bucket hat when he disappeared. He had his red iPhone 12 mini with him and was not carrying a backpack. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Kian McLaughlin, please contact the National Park Service Investigative Service Branch at 888-653-0009.
The missing persons case of Ryan Larson.
11-year-old Ryan Larson was last seen in La Vista, Nebraska on May 17, 2021.
He walked away from his school at 11:45 a.m. and was last seen outside the apartment complex where he lived a few hours later.
Authorities believed he walked away on his own because he had reported to a class before not showing up for the next one. A neighbor spotted Ryan at 1:30 p.m. outside of Southland apartment complex where he lived, about 2 blocks away from his school at 84th and Harrison Street.
Ryan didn't have a key to his apartment, so it's believed that he didn't make it inside.
Ryan had an umbrella with him that day. It was found by a different neighbor next to the dumpster in the complex. According to his family, the umbrella meant a lot to him because it had been given to him by his sister who had recently moved out. The umbrella was tested by investigators and found to have Ryan's DNA on it.
La Vista police spent many hours going through tips that might lead them to Ryan. But a few weeks after he went missing, the tips significantly slowed down.
Authorities lowered the water levels at Walnut Creek Recreation Area, searched through fields and tree lines, and brought in landfill experts from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children to comb through the trash. These searches proved to be unsuccessful.
In an effort to help the department better prepare for cases like Ryan's, the La Vista Police Department set up a new program called Take Me Home.
It's an opt-in registry to provide the police with information about someone when they go missing, specifically children, those with special needs, or vulnerable adults.
The form allows residents to provide important information and photos of their loved ones.
Even though Ryan's umbrella was found in the apartment complex, it is believed he did not make it inside his home without a key. Authorities suspect foul play in regards to Ryan's disappearance. His case remains unsolved. Ryan was last seen wearing an Old Navy t-shirt, blue jeans, a black jacket with orange on the shoulders, black New Balance tennis shoes with red trim, and carrying a polka dot umbrella. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Ryan Larson, please contact the Sarpy County Crime Stoppers at 402-592-7867 or the La Vista Police Department at 402-331-1582.
If you see Ryan, authorities say not to call out his name. Instead, keep your distance and call 911. Next, we have the missing persons case of Jessica Stacks.
28-year-old Jessica Nicole Stacks was last seen in Union County, Mississippi on January 1st, 2021.
She disappeared after going on a boating trip with her boyfriend on the Tallahatchie River.
On the morning of January 1st, Jessica and her boyfriend, Jerry Wayne Baggett, went to Poolville Quick Stop, a convenience store in New Albany, Mississippi, around 6 a.m. After they left the store, the couple launched a small boat with no motor into the Tallahatchie River near the County Road 46 bridge, less than 2 miles away from the Quick Stop.
Around 10 a.m., the boat had only floated a short distance down the river when Jessica reportedly asked to get out of the boat and walk out of the river bottom towards State Highway 30.
Her boyfriend Jerry continued alone downriver and landed on the left bank of the river, a ways downstream, before calling his son, asking him for a ride. By 10:15 p.m., Jerry filed a missing persons report with the Union County Sheriff's Office after Jessica didn't turn up.
The next day, she didn't show up to her brother's 15th birthday party.
Jessica has never been heard from again. She disappeared without her purse, car keys, or cell phone. After Jessica's disappearance, her phone was turned in by a Union County resident who told police that he assisted the couple when launching their boat into the river.
He stated that he kept the phone because the couple was supposed to call him back when they were done floating the river, and he would come shuttle them back to their vehicle.
Authorities conducted an extensive search around the Little Tallahatchie River on the boundary of Holly Springs National Forest. With the help of dive teams, cadaver dogs, and drones equipped with thermal imaging, but no signs of Jessica were found. When searchers looked at the spot on the north bank of the river where Jessica reportedly got out of the boat, they found footprints, a single boot, and a coat similar to the one she had been seen wearing that day. The boot was a green lacrosse-type rubber boot in women's size 6 or 7, with the top cut off. According to her boyfriend, Jessica had cut off the top of the boot because it was rubbing her leg. The tracks continued about 100 yards west, up the riverbank, towards County Road 46, before turning north towards Highway 30.
However, the tracks disappeared into water standing in a crop field.
Police suspect foul play in Jessica Stacks' disappearance. There is currently no promising leads in her case. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Jessica Stacks, please contact the Union County Sheriff's Office at 662-534-1943.
Y'all tell me in the comments below what y'all think about these missing persons cases. Thanks so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe, come hang out with me, and hear more missing persons cases. Here's another video to check out in case you missed it, and here's a playlist of all my videos.